Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Dark Skye, and today we are playing Main Sequence, a space simulator factory builder where we're building an interstellar industrial empire. If you enjoy story-driven survival runs like this, please consider leaving a like and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Today we are transitioning from stabilization to true expansion, scaling our production capacity, coordinating fleet logistics more precisely, and pushing automation deeper into the system. The goal is to move from controlled growth to structured dominance, ensuring our infrastructure can support larger fleets, higher demand, and sustains expansion without slowing down. So today what I'd like to do is I got the this ship here. Let me see, may look at my map here, see where my ship is currently located. It should be on its way back. No, he's still hanging down there. Must be still loading. I did increase his amount to 1,000, so it might take him a little bit longer to get down here. Now we do have some nickel ore right here, and then where is it? I thought we had got some water and ice. We got titanium there. I mean, some pretty big deposits around us, but I could have sworn that we still had water and ice. That's not too far away. Got a lot of nickel that seems to be really close to us. We might have to outsource our water. I'm not really seeing too much water in the vicinity, so we might have to look into expanding that. Let me see here. What do we got here? We don't have. Oh, this is loading, so that would be going the other direction. This is the part here where it'd have the ice coming in. I don't see too much ice coming in on this side. Here's our drones are right here, but I'm not seeing anything coming in. And what do we got? Oh yeah, it's coming in. So they must have, oh yeah, they just got back. At least one did. So one's gotten back, and it's sending some frozen water its way. Doesn't look like it did too much there, but just a little bit. Try to get, keep the machines running and everything. So it looks like we're doing pretty good there. What I want to do now is I want to set up. I want to set up some. This is that's my titanium right there. And then right here, I want to bring in nickel. And we do have a lot of nickel nearby, so I think I can just use robots to get by on that. So let's see what we need to do for as far as that, so we can get the robots up and start having them pulling in some nickel. All right, so if we go into storage here, I think this is right here is where I want to bring in the mining drone. So if I can put that right there, it looks like we are all good to go. So we will apply the changes to that. And then I'm going to come down this way down here, and we're going to set up to bringing in the nickel here. Here is the robots right here. So we want to bring in nickel. What else can we bring in? We can bring in cobalt, looks like, and we have nitrogen gas. Could be the other one, huh? Plus we also have silica. I haven't seen any silica stuff, so I'm kind of curious how that works. But I haven't seen cobalt or nitrogen gas used either, so that would be interesting to see how that all plans out. So we'll turn that one on, get that going, get that nickel going, and let's start putting down some machines here. So we'll put this down here, and then I want to bring in this here. Let's pop that down there. And what are we missing? We are missing some titanium sheets, which we are currently waiting for some titanium sheets to come in. But in the meantime, I might be able to just pan out some up here. So let's run up here and see if we have some titanium sheets in the market. We do. So I'll just grab those, and then we're going to put in the finished touches on this. And oh, look at that. We've already got nickel coming in. That's awesome. All right, great. So now that we have that coming in, I want to set these machines up. So we want to do is the refiners. And I'm thinking, let's set up the refineries like right here. Maybe one right there, one right there. And then I'll see if I can't set up a third one right there. I just need one more lightweight. All right, now let's run over here. Let's finish up plugging this in, and then we're gonna hook all this up. So I'm gonna put this one right here. Let's see, did I do it where I had one space in between that? I did. Let's keep that uniform and just put that right there. Now, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this one here, and I'm gonna put that in right there, and then we're gonna bring this to here. And then we're going to bring this to here. And then I want to set up one of these. I'll put one right there. And I want to set up one from right here. And then the rest of it goes down there. Okay, great. Now that looks great. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to set up the nickel. Let's get these things all pumping up the nickel and getting that going. All right, cool. So now that we have all the nickel going and everything like that, I think what I want to do is to set up a box like right here. And then let's set up the belts here. So this is going to come in here. Just going to come this way. We just need a little bit more. I don't know if we need nickel. Oh yeah, we need more of the sheets. Okay, so I want to grab is the this here. Let's put that right there. And now that's going to be loading everything into this. Thinking I want to load this in a little faster. Let's see if we can't take this out, and I'm going to put in one right here. There we go. And now those are all loading in right there, and we're going to get some sheets all kind of built up there as far as our nickel. And then I want to bring in, let me see. If I do this over here, we want to bring in, see, the magnetic coils. That would be the other thing that I would want to process. So let's do the magnetic coils. So I want to get the capacitors, and I need some more lightweight frames. So it should have some lightweight frames in here. Okay, so as far as this side here, I think what I want to do is just to set up like one of these for right here. And then I want to also set one up over here. If I had that set up there, and that one, oh no, that's for the silica wafers, and the magnetic is to go there. But I could start getting those capacitors set up. That would actually kind of help me out a little bit. So I'm going to need the titanium plates I'm going to be bringing over. And then what I want to do is to set up 3, and I want to put that right there. What am I missing for that? Nickel plates. Okay, that's easy enough. I just have a bunch of those being made. And then this one here, this is my titanium, or not my titanium, this is my nickel. So I want to bring this out here. So we got the nickel coming in there. We'll have the titanium coming this way, and it'll all come into this one here. And now this one here is going to be making the capacitors. And then I'm thinking what I want to do is let's put that right there. And then I'm going to have the this come out. All right, so now I have the capacitors are being made. I've got the nickel over here that's being made. The other thing is for me to get this one here. What am I missing? Oh, titanium plates, of course. And then once it comes into here, I want it to make these the magnetic coils. All right, there we go. So now we got the magnetic coils are coming in there, getting that done. Nice, very nice. And so with that being made now we got the magnetic coils here. We got the nickel that is being made here. The nickel plates. The nickel plates are coming over here, and then there's gonna be the other stuff coming here. That is going to end up making these capacitors, and then the capacitors are going to go into here. And then in here we have the lightweight frames. So what are we missing? So we got the whole plates, we got the lightweight frames, we got the magnetic coils, we got the capacitors, but now we need the basic circuits. So see, basic circuits, that means we're going to need to get the silicon wafers, which would mean that we have to send them through this here. And for the silicon wafers means that we need to get silica. Is there silica nearby? Let's look on our map here, see what we have nearby. Maybe we can just set up another drone area for the silica as well. So I'm guessing what we'll need to do is to go and set up another base for nickel, because I don't see, or silica rather, I don't see any silica that's nearby. So right now we have the titanium is coming in here. We have the nickel that's coming in here. We have ice. The ice is coming in here. We might have to change this one out, and then I'll just put it off to the side right here for the ship to come in if I need to dock. Although I guess I should just set that up now. So if I set that up right there, let's apply those changes. There we go. Now that one there is ready for it to become ice if this or drone thing does, stops working and we don't get any more ice. And then see here, so we got this here. This is my my nickel, and I got this one here. Kind of want to leave this area open just in case I decide to do more. But let's see if we can't put maybe another hole over here, and then I'll add in a another dock. So if I put a dock in right there, it looks like we're going to need about 15 hole plates. So let's do the expansion on this. I want to put this other spot out there, and then I want to put a dock out here, and we'll apply that. And then this dock out here, this is going to be for my for silica. We're going to take care of our silica, get that taken care of, and then we should be able to start making the circuit boards. So here's where it's going to be, and I'm going to probably end up putting another one out here, and then these two here will be my two areas for me to build all the silica that I'll ever need. And so let's see here, I want to do this, and let's do, here's silica right here, do both of them, unloading, that's good. Rename this, and we want to call this the silica dock. And so then all I have to do now is to set this all up for silica. But first, let's get the ship going. We need to build another ship for this. Now I wonder at what point am I able to make that glass. So I'm going to need more hole plates. I'm going to need some magnetic coils. Good thing I'm making those, so we should be plenty good there. Holy cow. It's loaded all kinds of hydrogen on here, and there's all, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like it's been just loading hydrogen on. That's not good. All right, so it looks like it was just loading on too many of those power cells, so I cut the power cells off from it for a little while because it's going to take a little while for it to go through all that. It looks like it's finally getting through this and starting to produce that. Some nickel plates. Why is that there? Oh, that should not be there. All right, good. So the capacitors are starting to go through there. We're starting to get that, picking up and whatnot. And then we're starting to see backlog on the holes. That's good. And we got those. So it's all great. Everything looks outstanding. Not sure how I can regulate the amount of stuff that I want on there. So I guess I'll just take that out for now. And then we'll just deal with it at a later point. So this isn't able to turn on anymore. I'm thinking because there's no more water ice here. Yeah, it says mineable resources. We have like what, 1827 nickel. We have no water ice, but we have 104 silica. I don't know. It might be able to use the robot there to get the silica. Although the silica, that's not much. 104, I'd prefer a little bit more. So I'm thinking what we want to do now is we want to get rid of this, put in a another ship, and have the ship fly back ice to this location. I think that's going to be our way out of this. So let's go and make another scout ship. And I guess I'm going to start setting up ice because, well, that's a little bit more. I need that a little bit more. So we want to construct a new ship, and I want to do a scout. Let's construct that. And so I'm going to set this guy up here. Let's see. Do I have the power for this? No, I don't. I can go get that easy enough. But let's set up here, and we want to do Y. And we have our new ship here. And I don't think I can do anything on that. Let's do this one. No, let's get in the chair, and there we go. We hit it there. And now let's go in here. There we go. All right, cool. Now, once we get that all taken care of, I want to set up our new ice area. We'll have to go and find some nice chunk of ice out there somewhere. And then we're going to set that up. I'm going to set this area over here. There we go. That'll work. The little loopsy-loo or whatever. A little spaghetti going on there. But, spaghetti never hurt anyone, right? But at least we got that taken care of. And so this area over here, let's rename this one. Rename this to ice dock, and then we want the ice to come in there, unload and unload. There we go. Now we just need to get the ice going again, get that process. Let me see here. So do I have all the resources? I got titanium. I got 15 of those. I got 32 of those actually. Got a bunch of that. Good there. Probably need a few more of those magnetic coils, but I think I've got pretty much everything I need. And then I might as well grab the ship over here, the scout, and I'll just take this out and we'll go get some ice. We'll find a nice big old ice deposit, and we'll just go from there. And then the other thing I want to do is we need to set up a reactor. And since this is going to be ice anyways, I might as well just have this set up over here. And then I want to put this in right over here somewhere. All right, so now I want to put this in here, and we'll apply that. And then now we can exit out of this, and we're going to go over here, and we're going to set up these the drones. So we want to filter out, and we want ice, and we're going to turn that on. And then what I'm going to want it to do is to come out here when I have the resources. right there. That's a good spot for it. And then we want to run these, and we're going to run these straight into these. And then I want to run this into here. I want this to create the hydrogen. So this one here is going to go from here to here. And then this one from here to here. And then we're going to have this run from here. And that from there. And then we want this to go to here, but I don't think, can I not do that? Oh, I need the lightweight frames. All right, well, that's all right. We'll just use these, I guess. I can get at least a little ways there and get that done. And then this one here is also going to run in, and it's going to run up to here, and then it's going to run in. And then I'm going to have this part here run from this, and it'll run into this machine here, and it'll keep that thing fed. And then that way that it should be able to keep this base always powered no matter what. So that'll be super nice. All right, there we go. We got that one there. And then we want to run this across here. And we're going to plug it into this machine here. And then I want to run one more out here and have that run straight into there. And that should be able to keep that going for the most part. While we're waiting for that, why don't I just run out here? I'll grab some ice. Should be easy enough because we should be like right underneath some ice. All right, let's take the one ice out here. At least get this base up and moving. There we go. And then we want to run the line here all the way. We'll move all this ice down here, and we'll take this titanium. There we go. All right, cool. Let's take that. We'll just plug that into the base here since it's out anyways. Oh, look at that. It just came back on. Isn't that nice? Let's see. I could set up a dock over here, and then that way I can bring in some more stuff on that side there. And then that way it doesn't conflict with my dock right here. And now this dock here is, it's not named right. So let's name this right as ice dock. So now that's keeping the base powered up. That's good. And then on the side set, it's also filling up the ship. So I'll take that and that. I can have that back. Take that out of there. There we go. All right. And then what I want to do is I want to hit Y here, and I'm going to go to my ice ship, and I'm going to set add destination, and I want to set this to the HQ station, and I want to set that to the ice dock receive, and then I want to do a add weight, remove items, and I want it to wait until it removes all the ice to equal 0. And then I'm going to do a add to dock, and I want it to go out to my ice station, which should be this one where it says station. It's weird that I don't see any more ice coming in. Yeah, the robots are probably out grabbing it or something. Oh, there they are. Okay, we're good. All right, so now that this is properly marked to ice station, let's go back here. We want to go into ice ship, and we want to navigate to station. We want ice station, ice trans, and then we want it to wait for items. So wait for items, and we want it to do the water ice, and let's set that up for 600. Equals, and then once it fills up from that, then it's going to go back to the station. So we'll set that to on. So it should be headed back right now to the headquarters station, and it's going to dump off the little bit of ice that it ended up picking up. It looks like it picked up 1, 2, 3, about 336 ice. Not too bad. All right, cool. So now it is pumping out the ice here. You can see it. There's the ice coming in. So we're saved. We're good to go. We got the ice pumping in. We got the nickel coming in now. The next thing is, I guess, is work on the silica. Get the silica going. Every time you hear that weird explosion, means that it's like mined out another asteroid or whatever, the rocks that are floating around. So it says it still has 120 nickel ore in the area. That's kind of weird. I thought it would have a lot more nickel ore. Because there's a big piece over there. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to check it out. We have a bunch of nickel in here, so it's definitely mined out quite a bit. It's pretty much at a standstill right now because it has filled up everything as far as nickel's concerned, and we got all kinds of goodies. So we are definitely good to go for now. The next thing is for us to set up this next bay over here. So that means I'm going to need some more hull plate. There we go. Try out the station, and we want to put that right there. Let's apply that. Now that frees that area up. That means that we have all this area now to work with our new, this one here is going to be our silica coming in. So the next thing is we need to set up a ship over here for it to do the silica. So we have quite a bit of area knocked out here so far, and just going down. Now you can see nothing's really changed with the station lift there. It just means that we ran out of stuff to set up. We can set that up there, and let me see. I think that is pretty much it. As far as getting all that stuff set up, we got everything pretty much. Yeah, that's what we're starting right now, so we're good there. Yeah, so the other thing that we need to start working on now is to getting the computation science, which means that we need to start working on those boards. I believe that means that we need the silica and everything to do the boards. Let me see, what do we need? Yeah, we need the silica wafers, so that means we need the silica to start running, and then we're going to start using using this here, the magnetic coils, and we're going to bring that over here, and then we can start working and putting those together. So we need to set up a box out here for this, and then we're going to have this coming in, which we don't have the ability to do that right now. So, but here we go. We got the silica unloading, and it'll load out of here. And I think we even have this. Yeah, we already have this dock already named. So this will be our silica right here. We're going to bring this in, and we're going to have this whole area here to really work with it, and then we'll be able to spread over in this area, and this will start being more of a boards and everything, getting that all set up. And then the other thing is we want to come over here to the ship designer. I would like to do the transport ship, but we need this reinforced glass. I haven't been able to make it yet, and I'm not exactly sure how to make it yet. So I'm going to have to figure that out. Once I get that out, then we can make these new transport ships. That's going to be super sweet. But as far as that, we're going to mostly be working on making another scout ship here, and then we got to set up a new area for the ship to go out there, and then we'll go from that. So we should have a lot of this already pretty much done from now, and we'll see what happens. Definitely see what happens. But for now, I think that's going to do us for today. I appreciate everybody coming out and joining me. I hope I see everybody on the next episode. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and hit that like. Let me know how much you've been enjoying the video so far, as well as helping me out with my algorithm. I'd really appreciate that. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you on our next video. You take care now, and bye-bye.